Let me bring the Wi-Fi. Hurry up. I'm Olumide Emmanuel. I'm your host today. It's an awesome opportunity to join you again tonight. And I believe very strongly that we're going to have an amazing time together. Well, our focus tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday will be the Global Real Estate Wealth Summit 2023. It's going to be an amazing opportunity. Amazing opportunity. So spread the word around. And let's enjoy this awesome time together. So on Saturday, the 14th of October, which is next month, we're going to be hosting the Global Real Estate Wealth Summit in the UK. And it's an amazing opportunity for everyone in the UK and in Europe to be able to come learn on how to create wealth through real estate and be able to become a major player in the real estate sector. I've played majorly in the real estate sector on a global scale, and I've been privileged to raise a couple of people that are also doing amazingly well. And I'm joining a host of other amazing individuals in the UK for us to be able to help you to know how you also can come and enjoy this real estate wealth. So the date for the event is Saturday the 14th of October. The venue is London, and it's going to be a whole day event from morning all the way to evening. So I want every one of you to listen, get more information as we share together, and then you'll be able to partake of this amazing opportunity. So what we're going to be doing in this season 2 with this season 1, where I brought in some of the speakers to join me, and then we just shared on some of the things that we're going to be unveiling during the event. So what we're doing tonight, tomorrow night, and on Saturday is season 2. So I'm bringing 6 of the speakers to join me, and together we're going to be sharing with you. So in this event, I'm going to be speaking. So it's a one-day event with 8 speakers, and there's going to be 10 sessions. So I'm going to be speaking. Also speaking will be Chika Ugwu will be speaking. Bebe Clement will be speaking. Catherine Aigbadon will be speaking. Sunday, Aderibigbe will be speaking. Seyi Clement will be speaking. Bimbola Osagie will be speaking, and Peter Otuyele will be speaking. And our focus will be on how to create wealth and make money through real estate in the UK, in the US, in UAE, and in Nigeria. And we're going to be unveiling a lot of amazing opportunities to people. Some of the modules that we'll be dealing with will be understanding your economic environment, which is very important for you as an individual to understand the economic environment of wherever you find yourself. We're going to be looking at understanding the power of real estate, understanding the power of real estate so that you can have a complete software upgrade, so that we can install the real estate software into you so that you can begin to see the wealth and the power that is available in real estate. We're going to be looking at creating wealth through property development. One of my mentees, Sunday, Aderibigbe from Manchester, is going to be talking to us about creating wealth through property development. And then we're going to be looking at creating wealth through service apartment and shortlet. And Catherine will be taking that session. And then we're going to be looking to creating wealth through cheap properties in the UK and in the US. I'm going to be sharing some of those stuff with you. And they're going to be looking to how to assess lucrative deals before they become public. The same way you have private placement and public offer in stocks and shares, that's the same way it happens in real estate. There are a lot of deals that don't come into the open market. And you need to know how to assess these deals so that you can be able to take advantage of them and make money just by flipping. And then we're going to be looking to how to use other people's money to buy property, and that's what Bimbola Osagie will be doing. Bimbola Osagie is amazing. She's been able to bring together a group of people, and they've been doing what we call collaborative wealth creation. I've been talking about creating wealth creation network, and they put resources together and they invest. And when I met with her, one of the things that Bibi introduced me to, and one of the things that Bibi said, which was like, I said, I need to meet this lady, is she's planning to be the owner of a bank. So she's going to be the first female black-owned bank, or something like that in the UK. It's a vision, it's a dream, and I believe in that vision. I believe that I say I need to meet her. I like people that dream big so that we can take over and take territories. So I'm not going to be looking into common legal mistakes to avoid, because a lot of people make loads of mistakes. And I just came in from a meeting right now about some short-let properties that we have in an estate, and it's still part of all these mistakes that people make. That's the same meeting we went to go and do. We had a meeting to try to look into that. And then there'll be question and answer session, and then we're going to be... So this meeting is just £1,000. £1,000. And let me tell you something, £1,000 is nothing compared to all that you're going to learn. And the money we cover for tea break, buffet lunch, conference materials, you're going to be getting loads of materials. The conference materials, and it's just amazing. And one unique thing that is also available is the 90 days post-event mentorship. The 90 days post-event mentorship. And we have just limited slots available. So lots of people have registered already, but we felt that since we still have few slots available, we should take the next 3 days to just invite you to come and join us. So what I'm going to do now is let me put the phone numbers and the website on the screen. So let me do that, and then I will invite BB and so www.olumide Emmanuel.org /UK. Okay, so then the phone number is 07 42 3155 0742 3155 486 486, and then 020 0203 223 0800. Okay, 0203 223 0800. Good, that's it. So let's pin that. Okay, so now you have the website and you have the phone numbers to call. So let me bring in Bimbola and BB, and let's start learning. Okay, so okay. And then let's see BB coming up. Okay, so I'm expecting the two amazing ladies to join me. Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good
Good evening.
evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Olumide. How are you?
I'm good. So I need to get the right word. The first
The
black-owned bank.
Yes,
or
the first black-owned bank in the
black-owned
UK.
Bank. Which one? Do we add female, or we just put first black-owned bank?
first black-owned bank. First black-owned bank in the UK. At the moment, the UK hasn't got a. We have some UK African banks in the UK, but they're African banks. We need a UK bank. So a few of us are coming together to make this happen. Yeah. So you can take out the female. It's a collaborative effort, but it's going to happen. First black-owned bank in the UK.
Bank.
Yeah.
From your mouth to the ears of God. It's done. So, welcome. He's telling me that Bibi is unable to join. I don't know. Let me invite her again.
Yeah.
Network cannot, because we need everybody on board. Okay. So, how have you been, and what's been the buzz for these events in the UK? What's been happening?
Well, we're looking forward to. I think this will be the first time, certainly in my opinion or in my experience, where we're having a property or wealth summit with different speakers, and it's not just it's a variety. Like each speaker is touching different areas, which means that when people come, if you're into service accommodation, there's somebody that will tell you about that. If you're into developments, you've got that. If you're into no money down deals, you've got that. If you're into investing abroad, you've got someone there. And then the one that I'm so excited about is the mastermind, the opportunity to have this access to all the speakers for 90 days. I can't imagine anybody. I think I need to talk about my experience of this to really bring it home, because I spend so much money having a mentor, and I don't regret spending the money as well, because the moment I started to work with a mentor, it totally changed my experience. It changed the trajectory of where I was going. So I totally buy into that, and to be able to have this opportunity to have access to all these people for 90 days. Hey, that's 3 months. That's amazing. That's for me, that's priceless. That is a priceless part of the event.
A lot of people don't understand importance of mentorship, because many times they think, oh, I know everything by myself, I can do everything by myself. But what you don't realize is that when you have mentors that have gone through the same route that you're going through, they've made mistakes, and they can save you from making the same mistake.
Yeah.
You're able to learn from their mistake, and they're able to tell you, no, there's a pothole right there. Oh, no, don't do that. When I did that, this happened. Explore this, explore that. And that goes a long way in helping your journey. But people just feel, and for me, I tell people, well, I don't joke with, I'm a pastor, so anything church is free. But anything that is business, whatever, I don't joke. I just send you an invoice. I don't joke with my money.
Oh, yeah.
Matter. So I tell people, come and do mentorship. They say, oh, it's expensive. But when they are in trouble and they call me, Kai, I build them with the whole of my food chest. I had this guy, just, on the light. I had this guy, and people, they feel, this one is so easy, so simple. They don't know that I'm very professional and I'm very, I'm principled. So we had a meeting just like this, and this guy, when they came for the meeting, I introduced the full mentorship package to them. And I said, look, I can be your mentor. You're going to pay this X amount every year. You have direct access to me, I said all that. But because they had like the 90 days free session, they felt it was the purpose of. So the guy will call me. He was one of the people that really maximized the 90 days. The guy was calling me virtually like every week or every 2 weeks. Hello, sir. I'm planning to do this. Hello, sir. And what do you think about this? And do you know what? Within 1 month, he had testimonials. So
I think Baby's joined. She's asking to be added on now.
I've done that twice already. So if it doesn't go through now, maybe you should use somebody else's handle and let us know which handle you're using. I don't know if Seyi's around. If you can use Seyi's handle or any of the children, just let us know which handle you're going to use, because I've invited you again. Let's see whether it will work now. So this guy maximized the 3 months, was giving testimony. And for me, I'm like, okay, you're giving testimony. You are not even sending, maybe, okay, I sent you a perfume, or I sent you a tie, or I sent you socks. You're just giving testimony. You are chopping the money alone. I kept quiet because I knew that 90 days will soon expire. The guy called me on the 27th of December of that particular year. Oh, hello, sir. How are you? We greeted. I thought he was even calling me to say Merry Christmas. It was a challenge that he had. He said, in fact, this just happened. What do you think I should do? If I say, oh, sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about. He was like, I flipped on him. The guy was shocked. He said, sorry, am I on to? He didn't call me doctor. Okay, BB. He says BB is unable to join. So maybe you need to, I don't know what's happening. You need to get, maybe if you can come in with another handle, somebody else's handle, and let us know which handle so that we invite you. I flipped on the guy. The guy couldn't call. He didn't say doctor. He normally say, oh, doctor. He said, am I on to pastor? Because it's like, is this the same man I've been talking to? I said, yeah, this me. He said, he now started introducing. He said, it's me. I said, I know who you are. He said, I said, no, your mentorship has expired. 90 days is gone. You can't just call me and be asking me questions about business. The guy was shocked. I said, why? I told you this thing. You put up. I said, no, that I'm only available to people that are in my mentorship. 90 days is gone. So he was quiet. I said, come, my brother. I now came down. I said, think am now. Think am. The 90 days that I give you, was there a result? He said, in fact. I said, did you not testify of this, testify of this, testify of that? I said, this is Christmas. You are calling me on the 27th. Did you send Ampa? Even if it's Ampa, to say, okay, now you have been making money in 90 days, you are testifying, and you cannot even honor the person. So since then, the guy was like, hey, the main mentorship, I can't afford it. I said, no problem. That's anytime you need me, send me an email. Okay, I think I saw Seyi now.
Is it Seyi Clement 2023?
Okay. Yeah, so maybe we should try. So let's try Seyi Clement and see if we can. Okay, so. Okay. So let's try that and see. So we're looking forward to this event, and I believe that everyone listening to us will take advantage of this opportunity to be there. So I want us to talk about, your session again, just to give people a foretaste. For many years, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I mentioned it in one of our meetings. I was in Tampa, Florida last month. I couldn't meet the person, but I was sharing with them about wealth creation networks and the need to create, collaborate so that people can come together, do what you're doing, $10,000. And they said there's a lady in Tampa that has a contribution group or whatever that they've been on for 15 years.
Wow.
Yes, in Tampa. I say I need to meet the person. Wow. They say they put money together, $1,000 a week. So they do $1,000 a week. He says Clement 2023 is unable to join. What's not happening now? Where is the mistake coming from? Where is the problem coming from? Technology people help us.
So I think when they should try to join again, but this time when they join, it would give them an option to ask or request to join. So maybe they should request to join.
Okay. So if you are listening
come out and log back in.
So log out, log back in, and then you should send a request to me, to join, and I will now bring you in from that route, and let's try that. Okay, so I was shocked. I said, what, 15 years and it's still working? So I said, I need to meet the person, but they tried to call. They said the person was not around. It's still one of my plans for this year. I've called again twice. They said the person is very busy. He's a big woman. I said, no problem, I'll wait. I need to learn from this person. 15 years of collecting money from Nigerians, and it's still working, no problem. There must be something that lady knows.
It's very doable. It's absolutely doable.
So share with us on what you do and on this your group.
Yeah. So my name is Bimbola Osagie. For those who are hearing me for the first time, I'm a property entrepreneur. And I say entrepreneur because I do a lot of things within the property space. But typically, I started just almost like everybody else, get a bit of money, buy property, a bit of money, buy property. And then I went for a training because I felt like I was stuck. I could only do so much. I only knew so much. So I went for a training, paid a lot of money, did my mentorship, and that just catapulted my growth. But then over the years, I was buying, my husband and I would buy, we were building our portfolio. But then it got to a point in time where we had built a sizable portfolio, so we were kind of okay. But then when I think about the people around us, our friends and stuff, a few people still were not at the level that we really could all be at in terms of wealth creation. Obviously, as immigrants in the United Kingdom, I feel and I'm very passionate about us doing so much to take and to own a part of this country. We pay so much, we work so hard, we pay a lot of taxes. I mean, Nigerians, I'm a Nigerian, and I know enough Nigerians that work so hard. We're there, we're everywhere. If it's working in IT, we're there. If it's NHS, we're there. But we're doing so much, and we're paying a lot of taxes. We're contributing to the economy, but we're not taking or owning the land that we're on. So I'm very passionate about us getting in that space. But what I then find over the last few years, as I speak to a lot of friends and friends and just people that I come across, is the biggest excuse or reason why a lot of people are not doing this, even though they know that property is a wealth creation strategy, is people tend to say, well, I don't have the money. I just don't have the money. I don't have the money. And on one hand, I can totally understand, because if you don't already have a mindset of wealth building, if you don't already know how to make your money work hard for you, it's very easy to say you don't have, even when you have, because people always assume they need to have big pots of money before they can invest. But investment is just more around diligence, commitment, and doing it little by little. Then I also found out that apart from the money, people also didn't even know what to put their money into. I've heard stories of people that have invested in different places and they've lost money because there's no knowledge. They just find that, okay, get rich quick scheme, you're going to make money and be this. They just pump their money into it and then they're not getting the result. So because of the experience I've had, and at that time, I think I'd been investing in property for at least about 10, 12 years. Plus the fact that I know that not having money is not an excuse. There is money everywhere. In fact, this day, I'm like, God, open my eyes to see where all this money is, because I literally believe there is money everywhere. Just like everybody's putting on blinders and you just can't see it. But it takes knowledge, it takes experience, it takes mentorship sometimes to actually see where the money is. So I realized actually there's money everywhere. And it's just that we can't see. And then also the mindset of I must sit down, I must earn, I must save about 20, 30, 40K before I can get into property was what was holding a lot of people down. So I started to think about ways where we can bring our funds together and make it work. And I think that really also started because when I started with my mentor, there was a really massive deal that I found, that we found together. And on a good day, I would have just said to him, oh, I don't have money for this one. Let me just put this one to the side. Let me just go and do my little houses that I was buying. And he looked at me and said, surely you must know people that have money. And for the first time in my life, I paused and I thought, I actually don't know whether people have money or they don't, because we never talk about money. We never talked about money. We don't typically talk about money within our community. But I wasn't also going to say to him, now, this mentor of mine was Caucasian. So I think that plus the fact that I'm the person that doesn't like to not have a response. I didn't say, I just said, you know what? Give me a day, let me go and find. And literally, I challenged myself and I started to ask people, my close friends, family, and to my surprise, 4 people came and said, yes, I have money and I want to invest in this. I was so shocked. Long story cut short, I eventually invested with 2. But then seeing how it was easy to come together as a group to invest in a property that normally none of us would have actually invested in, to see how we're able to share the rewards and the losses or the problems and the stresses, seeing the opportunity to invest in something that was way beyond all of us, saying that actually, it's actually okay. There's a legal process in place to make these things work. It's not rocket science. Nobody's running with anybody's money. We did it the right way. We set up a limited company. We were all directors and shareholders of that company. And then we invested our money and everything is on paper. We had a contract. And seeing our dream come to life really changed my orientation. And I then started to get people to think like that. So for me, what I say to people is, Instead of you sitting down waiting to save £50,000, even if all you have is 10,000 or 15,000, bring it. Let somebody else bring 15, and another person brings 10, and then we put it together and we buy that property. You know, because by the time you're saying let me wait for 50K, the house prices have moved anyway. The interest rates have gone up. The criteria may have changed, and then you're there. Or that's if you don't even spend the money. So. And doing that has really, it's done so much for me, and it's done so much for my community. I have raised, now we're going into almost 3 million in cash.
Wow.
Cash, 10,000 here, 15,000 here, 5,000 here, 20, like it's literally amazing. We bought so many properties, and I'm so excited every time the groups come together. Sometimes the groups could be as little as 3 people. Sometimes the group could be as much as 10 people. But for me, it actually doesn't matter whether it's 10, 15, or 25. Even if 100 people want to invest, it's okay. Because I look at it as, if I'm buying an Amazon share, I don't care if the whole world is buying Amazon. I just want to buy my share of Amazon and make sure that I make my money. And that's the same mindset we need to have. Don't worry about how many people are in the property. As long as everything is done legally, you've got the right contract in place, get in. It's better to own 30% of a property than 100% of nothing. I can go on and on.
Yes, so hey, BB, what's happening? We need to see your face. We need to hear your voice. Hey.
I'm sorry. I asked from 3 different devices. I've only just been able to get in.
But we're
I
not seeing your face.
We're
just hearing your voice.
Oh, wow. I can see me on it. All right. You're just going to have to hear my voice then, unfortunately. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Slightly frustrated with the technology, but aside from that, I'm good.
Okay. So what's the buzz like for this our meeting? What's been happening?
Oh, it has been amazing, really amazing. Listen, people are so excited. I can't even begin to tell you. Particularly, just like Bimbola said, the 90-day mentorship is definitely the clincher. I mean, where else can you get that? In all honesty, where else can you get the help of the kind of speakers that we have on our platform with the kind of experience and expertise and knowledge that we're going to be able to give for 90 days? They're going to be able to access. So it's buzz is hyper. It really is hyper, fever pitch. And also the fact that you are even going to just be in the room, that there is something about being in the room with the elk of the people that, you know, are going to be there. Just like they say that a rising tide lifts all boats. There is certain knowledge, you know, there's certain intuition that you catch by just being in the room with other successful people. And success leaves clues. So why go into property and make a whole lot of mistakes when you can learn from those who've already done it, already made the mistakes for you, so that you can avoid the pitfalls. So yes, people are excited. We're excited. We, the speakers, are excited as well that we have the opportunity to impart the knowledge that we have and just be a part of other people's success story, because that's really what we're about. How to be a part of your success story, to go from rags to riches. That's all that we're about. And we all can get there together. There's no reason why not.
The one and only BB. If nobody's feeling you, I'm feeling you, I'm feeling you. So, understanding your economic environment, can you give us an idea of what to expect in your session?
Well, you see, one of the problems that we have sometimes is the fact that we lack knowledge. It is what we don't know that is keeping us where we are. It's what we don't know. And so one of the things that we must know as a foundation, if you're going to create wealth in any realm, but particularly in property, is you must understand how the environment, the economic environment in which you're operating works. Because if you don't, you're like someone who's playing a game and you don't understand the rules. How are you going to win? I mean, even from a biblical perspective, when the children of Israel were going to go to Canaan, even though God had promised them the land, he still told them to go spy it out. He gave them the promise, and he was definitely with them, but he told them to go spy out, because it is important that in order to be successful in another land, and we're not just covering the UK, we're covering the UAE, we're covering America, and we're covering Nigeria. In order for you to do well in each of those jurisdictions, you must understand how those economic systems work and use them to best advantage. Otherwise, you become a casualty. That's the simple truth. And a lot of us, sadly, particularly in the UK, have been here 10 years, 15, 20 years, and have very little to show for it because we didn't understand how the system works. I'll give a very simple personal example. I remember when I first of all came here, of course, I came from Nigeria, and I was coming from a cash-based background to a credit-based background, and I didn't make the mental switch. I didn't understand how that worked and didn't make the mental switch. So I remember when one of my friends was telling me that she had gotten a mortgage, and I couldn't understand it. I asked her, I said, how long will that loan take for you to repay? And she said, well, we have 25 years. And my brain just couldn't compute. Why would you shackle yourself for 25 years? That's all I could think of. Yes. I didn't understand, because I was ignorant and I lacked knowledge, I didn't understand that you could use a property, it was an appreciable asset. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that a property, even if you do something as basic as paint your property, that's all, just paint your property, even that can increase its value. I didn't understand that you could use it as leverage and you know, borrow against it and use that money in other areas to create even further wealth. I didn't get all that. I didn't understand that market forces alone will make your property increase. Yeah. I didn't get all that. I was ignorant. And so I remember telling her, she must have been laughing at me, honestly. The joke is on me. I said, why would you do that to yourself? Why did that? And then I went back to my ignorant place of paying rent. And rent money in a society like ours is dead money. It is dead money. I cannot overemphasize that. Rent money in a society like ours is dead money because it ain't working for you. You cannot pass down rented accommodation to your children. And if your children or your spouse's name is not on the tenancy, if anything happens to you, the government are going to turf them out. They will turf them out. We've seen this happen over and over again. So, yes, it's very, very important that you understand your economic environment. Who does well in a capitalist society? Who doesn't? Who becomes a casualty? And you make sure that you are on the side of the people that are doing well. But I'm telling you, and the rest of us are telling you, that it is those who make their money work for them, who invest in things that make their money work for them, that do well. And property is your surest bet. Surest bet by far.
Wow. Bimbola, we are expecting both individuals, couples, and groups. So can you talk to people that are listening to us right now and they are thinking £1,000? So let's hear your thoughts on the cost.
Okay, so the cost of the cost or what you pay towards just to have access to as much of this information for the day is £1,000. However, we've actually been running a promotion for the longest time just to make sure that we encourage people to come at 70% of, I'm not sure if that's still ongoing now, but we had that at least to the end of August from last year. But then as a couple, if you're coming with a couple, and when we say couple, we mean, couple as in together in the house couple. If you're coming as a couple, the one person pays 1,000 and the other person pays half the price. So effectively, you're both paying you're literally paying about 75% of the cost of it, and I think that's a fantastic idea. In fact, there's a reason why we also encourage couples to come together. I have seen on so many occasions where one person comes, they're pretty excited about what they've heard, they're buzzing, they're ready to go, and then they go back home, and then because they have to start explaining what it is that they learned, the whole thing just falls apart at that stage. You really don't want that to be. Okay, so encourage your spouse to come alongside with you for this. It's a life-changing thing. When I started in property, in fact, I was so grateful. A friend of mine invited me to a seminar, and I was there with my husband, my late husband, and we heard it with our 2 ears or 4 ears together, and we were able to make decisions together as a as a family. So it's important to have couples come together, and we have discounts for couples. And of course, I can't overemphasize the fact that what you're getting is not really £1,000. You're getting a whole lot more. I paid, and I'm going to share what I paid. I paid about £20,000 for my training. I mean, I did my training so many years ago, and I know that even till today, people are paying a lot of money. And I paid that. And in fact, one of the things that I did when I first heard about how much it was going to cost me, the first thing, just like most people, is, no, I can't afford that. Oh, if I have that money, I'll go and buy a property. And that's literally what I did. So I bought the first property, I bought the second property, and then I ran out of money, and then I was stuck, because there was nobody to tell me how to access funds, how to use other people's money. So later on, I realized that if I keep doing what I've, like they say, insanity is keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result. I was doing the same thing I was doing, but nothing was changing. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to have to trust this process. And then I paid, and then of course I had the mentorship, I had the training, I had, I was able to learn from people. I was inside into a community. That's another thing that you get from this. You literally are getting yourself a network or a community of people that are like-minded, that you could eventually do business with in future. So it's not just you're paying a certain amount. There is so much benefit to what you're paying for, and you only need to do one deal. Honestly, in fact, half a deal to even make the money back. One rent-to-rent deal in 1 month, you can make £1,000 back in profit. Or even last, if you stretch it 2 months, you've made the money, but now you've got the knowledge. If you're learning about development, I mean, one development deal you could make times 10 or 100 times your 1,000 that you've paid. If you come and invest, if you come and hear me speak about how to use other people's money, just one deal. So in fact, this for me, it's priceless. It is priceless. I really want to encourage as many people to come on board. There's no joy in some people being elevated and other people's at the bottom. I believe, and we believe, and the reason why we're doing this is because we want to get as many people on the same level so that we can all enjoy the good of the land.
Now, you both are women, and in our upbringing in this culture, most of the time women are brought up to, grow up, marry a man, the man will take care of you. And there are people that are in the UK right now that still have that kind of mindset. And it's exciting listening to two of you now, you're women. So, Bibi, can you talk to women about the importance of, developing themselves? Because sometimes, hearing you pay that kind of money, it's amazing. And that's one of the things that will stretch your mind to have the kind of dreams that you have. So, Bibi, talk to women. I just say that there are women that need to hear you talk to them about the importance of ensuring that they invest in themselves so that they can take advantage of this, because there are shoes that cost more than £1,000. Bone straight.
Let me say this.
£1,000, bag and shoe to match.
Yes.
And I say to a lot of women, wealth is not sexually transmitted.
That's right.
The fact that you are married to a rich man does not make you rich. So Bibi, talk to women. Let them bring the money on the street.
Well, so one of the first things I would say is that if you think that the cost of knowledge is expensive, you wait until life hands you the cost of ignorance. I'm telling you, you wait until you have to pay for your ignorance. And let me say this to women. Women, a man is not a financial plan. A man is not a financial plan. With all the best of intentions, they love you, but the truth is sometimes men leave. And a lot of women are trapped in relationships that they know if they look themselves in the mirror, they have no business remaining in. Maybe the guy is abusing them, or he's a serial cheat, or he's just not emotionally available, or whatever. But they know that if not for the fact that he's paying the bills, they would have walked out the door. And nobody, I don't care who they are, should be able to hold you to ransom like that. Nobody. This is an opportunity for you to stand on your own 2 feet financially. And let me tell you, men respect women who can. That's the truth. They respect women who can stand on their own 2 feet financially, who don't have to come to them every 2 minutes. My dear, I want to go and do my hair. My dear, your child wants to do his 10th birthday. My dear, what is all that rubbish? In the 21st century, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. It is important that you stand on your own 2 feet, and that the man that you're married to has respect for you and knows that you're staying with him because it's both mutually beneficial, and you can walk if need be. It's important that he knows that. And for your own self-esteem, it's important that you know that. So yes, please do yourself a favor. And this has nothing to do with the disrespect. Cultures evolve. So if you have that kind of mentality, cultures evolve. So this might be a good time for you to evolve in your thinking. You've got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. If you don't want to do it for you, do it for your kids. Do it for your kids. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. We don't pray for marital breakdown. We don't pray for an untimely death. But anything can happen. Life is not predictable. And so you owe it to your children. If you don't think you are worthy of it, you owe it to your children to ensure that if anything happens to the main breadwinner, if you're not the main breadwinner, your children will not have to suffer. Because let me tell you, during COVID, we saw all kinds of things. People that we thought were doing well financially, we discovered that actually they had nothing. They had nothing. And when one of them died, we had to do crowdfunding just to bury them. Not to talk of to provide for the family post the death, just to bury them. We had to do crowdfunding. So listen, don't become a casualty unnecessarily. Don't be a volunteer victim of life or volunteer victim of poverty. Get your act together, ladies. It's important for your self-esteem, for your respect in the home, even for your children. It is important that you're able to stand on your own 2 feet financially. And this is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. Listen, I'm telling you, he will speak to you differently. He will treat you differently when you got money in the bank. I can assure you of that. So let's go, ladies. Let's go.
Can I just add as well that for those that don't know me, I've just been recently widowed. Yeah. I might not look like a typical widow, but I've just been recently widowed. I've just been recently widowed.
Are you back in the market? Because some guys are ready to step in.
Only with a billionaire. Yeah, so even if it's not marital breakdown, even if it's not an abusive relationship, death could come, and nobody knows when it would come. I've got 4 children, 4 little children, and my husband passed away. No sickness, nothing, just went to bed and didn't wake up. Obviously, that's one of the most traumatic experiences for anyone, certainly for us as a family. But one of the things that I'm forever grateful for is the ability to carry on going, just carrying on going, because there is already so much that has happened, so much change, especially for my children, but not having to change our lifestyle, not having to pull our kids out of schools or, change environment. And all of that is just being as a result of being able to stand on my feet and be able to, so sometimes it's not even about a bad relationship. Just the mere fact that life happens to people without you even knowing or preparing for, you need to be prepared. You need to be very, very in tune with what's going on. You need to know what's going on with your finances. You, as a woman, you need to know what's going on with your finances. You need to know what's going on in your household. You need to be able to make financial decisions yourself, because God forbid something happens to you, it will take you longer. In fact, it makes the truth of the matter is, I used to say that, I've always believed that money answers to a lot of things that the Bible says. But even when you're grieving, when you have a bit of money, you will grieve differently than when you don't have money. The grief is going to be on top of the grief is inability to survive financially. So yeah, every woman and every man obviously should look out for their finances and be financially literate and know what you're doing. And because we have children as well, we have dependents that have not asked to come into the world. We brought them into the world, and we must really do take care of them.
Also, staying on the topic of children, if your children, I strongly believe that if your children have to start from ground zero again when it comes to building wealth, and you have spent 20 years, 30 years in the UK, and your children have to start from ground zero, then I respectfully suggest that you've not done well as a parent. You've not done as a parent. We should be able to build to that level, and our children just have to put a little bit on top of that. So this is one of the best ways in which to ensure that happens. So yes, come along. Once again, ladies, let's go. We got work to do.
Wow. I hope we won't end up having only ladies in the meeting. Wow. So everyone listening to us right now, my name is Olumide Emmanuel, and joining me tonight is Bimbola Osagie and Bebe Clement, two of the speakers that will be part of the Global Real Estate World Summit UK. The date for the event is Saturday, the 14th of October. We're going to be having 8 speakers in total and 10 sessions. And it's just £1,000, and the money covers for the event itself, the conference materials, tea break, buffet lunch, and also 90 days mentorship. And if you're listening to us right now, just go to the website www.olumideemmanuel.org/Grill UK without the S. Grill, GREW-UK, no S. That was a mistake. Grill UK, and you can call those numbers on the screen and just go register now. It's just £1,000, and we have less than a month. I think today is 21, so 14, 20. So we're less than a month to the event, and we're having this foretaste as a season 2. We've done this before. We're bringing 2 speakers every night. Tomorrow night by 8 p.m. we'll do it again. Saturday night by 8 p.m. we'll do it again. And I think what we're going to do is, since we still have few slots, let's still extend the discount. So we're going to be extending, let's extend the 30% discount till Monday, so that we'll use these 3 days to also, because some people are just getting to hear about it. So instead of paying £1,000, you pay £700. You pay £700 if you make your payment between now and Monday. So you have between now and Monday to pay £700. So we extend the 30% discount. And then if you are married, one person will pay £700. The second person will pay £350. So it's 50% for the second person if you're married. And like Bimbola said, we mean couple as in couple. You live together, you are a couple, not that you go to the bus stop and you pick each other and say, let's go and be a couple. No. So register now, and we would love to have you on board. So the date again is Saturday, the 14th of October, Global Real Estate World UK. And it's a whole day event. So let's hear what will be your final word. Bibi, your final word. Bimbola, your final word.
Okay. My final word is this. Listen, nobody needs to tell you. You can see everything that's going on. Companies that have been around for generations, they're collapsing. Wilco's, for those of you who live in the UK, Wilco's has just collapsed. Your job is not going to cut it, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have AI, the encroachment of AI. And they describe AI as a threat. A threat is something that may or may not happen. AI is not a threat. AI is happening, guys. And it's happening. It's here. And so over the next 5 years, they predict that over 70% of jobs are going to be disrupted, which means there is a high possibility that your job may not be there in 5 years' time. And if it is still there, the degree to which you will be required to do your job is going to be greatly diminished. You cannot take that risk. You cannot afford to take that risk. Now is the time to sort yourself out, because I can assure you, the top 1% of the world, they've sorted themselves out. They're carving the world. So listen, have business minded just like you. It's an opportunity to network. Aside from the property investment, it's an amazing opportunity for you to network. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. Not everybody is doing poorly in the UK. There are people who are doing very, very, very well. Come and meet them so that we can raise you up as well. Okay.
Excellent.
Bimbola, your final word.
So my final words are, I almost feel like I can hear somebody saying right now, oh boy, it's not a good time to invest in property. The interest rates are high, you know, the economy is crashing, house prices are going down. Do not be deceived, guys. Do not be deceived. People are making money in this economy. People are making a killing in this economy through property. So come on the call, come on the day and let us show you how to make money even when the interest rates are high, even when the economy looks like it's going to crash, and how to make money when things, you know, if it does crash, how do you make money even in a downturn economy? Come and join us on the 14th, and let's get this property. Let us own a piece of this land. My dream, guys, is I will quietly buy, and one day the king will wake up and be like, what happened to my country? We have bought half of it. So come and join us and let us do this together.
Thank you. So look forward to seeing everyone. I'm looking forward to the trip to the UK to meet you guys. And so tomorrow we'll do it again, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. We'll be bringing 2 other speakers to join me tomorrow night. It's going to be amazing. And then on Saturday, we have 2 other speakers to join me. So thank you both. Let me release you to go. And everyone, I'm going to be saving this video on IGTV, and I'm also going to be putting it on my YouTube channel, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel on YouTube, so that you can watch it over and over and over again. Feel free to go to the YouTube channel and watch, and we look forward to seeing you in the UK. God bless you all.
Good night.
So thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
So anyone, if you have any question, I'll be here for a few minutes to answer any question. If you have any question you want to ask. Okay. Okay, let me go now. God bless you all. Bye.